Friends, this is Ganesh and video number 13. In this video, I'm going to explain a methodology or functionality about AMDP. So AMDP is a kind of methodology. Under the AMDP roof, we have two concepts, function and procedures. We have already seen about functions. Very technically, we call it as table function. So I have explained what is table function, how to design it, how to call. So those things are over. And in this video, I'm going to explain about procedures. Okay, so in AMDP, I'm going to explain about the procedures over here. And in this video, I'm going to see very straightforward to the technical design of the AMDP, how it should be create and class, methods, how to call from ABAP program. And in the following videos, I'm going to explain few additions about the procedure. And finally, I will explain the difference and similarities about table function and procedure. Okay, so that will be easy to understand. So I don't want to dump everything in one video. So this way I'm segregate the videos about the AMDP functionality. Okay, so let's get into the next slide. Let me go to the slideshow. So here AMDP is nothing but ABAP managed database procedures. Expansion of AMDP, ABAP managed database procedures. So the technical design between the function and procedure are almost similar. Here also you are using class and method, there also you are using class and methods. But few difference between table function and AMDP, but other than that it's almost similar, and it also has import and export parameter. Procedure also has import and export parameters, and multiple returns are possible. If you compare with function, table function, you have an input parameter. Based on the input, you can get the information from the database, and it can be written back to your table function, and that can be consumed in a CDS view. The same way in procedure also, you can have import and export parameter. There is a difference. In table function, you have a class and method, and it can be written to only one kind of method, right? So everything in one internal table, I can say. For a reference, I want to send 15 fields about the order data. So I want to send all the 15 in one internal table, one return parameter. It can have multiple fields, it can have multiple records as well. But in AMDP procedure, you have an option of segregate the data into different internal tables. Suppose I want to give sales order and items in one internal table, material details in another internal table, delivery for the particular sales in another internal table. Yes, that is possible in procedures because it's at the end it's a method. So method can have a number of export parameters. Okay, that way it will possible in AMDP procedure, and this procedure is able to call from an ABAP object. It can be a program, class, or function module, whatever it is. But table function, it needs to be called from a CDS, and that particular CDS can be called in a ABAP object. But here you can call the procedure directly from the ABAP object. And technical wise, the difference or similarity between table function and procedure is okay, it should be a change. It should not be AMDP. One second. It should be procedure. Little technical. So table function versus procedure technical design. So as it has single parameters and multiple records, so it's a table function. So here the same thing which I explained in the previous slide. You can have only one set of records, one set of internal table you can receive from the table function. But if you want to segregate into different internal tables based on one input, I want different internal tables. Yes, that is possible in procedure. That is not possible in table function. And if you take class, it should be public, and method should be static. It's for a table function. And procedure, again, it should be a public. And method, you can have both. Either you can have a static method or you have an instance method as well. Okay, so you can call static method with a class or instance method with an object from your ABAP program. And here method parameters, whatever method parameters you are creating for a procedure, that should be a pass by value. Means it should be a value, it should not a reference variable. It should be a value, pass by value variable. It's not a reference. And the common would be between function and procedure is you have to use the same interface because both are coming under single roof AMDP. So you have to use the same interface for table function as well as procedure. and it should have a return from the relevant method. You can have n number of methods, it should have a return. Table function also, you should return some values, and if you take procedure also, it should return a value, the particular method. Okay, so these are the common and little difference about technically difference between function and procedure. So we'll go little more in the following videos. So functionality wise, what are the difference, what can be done, what is possible, what is not possible, do's and don'ts, we'll see in the following videos. Okay, so the next one I think I have to take, okay, directly to the system. This is a simple one about the table design, technical design. So I have to create a class and method as a first step. Directly go to the class and create a method. It's not like you have to create a table function, assign a class method, and go to the creation of class and method. That is the second step in table function. But procedure, create a class and method first. Okay, then call the particular class and method in your ABAP program. So nowadays, if you start working on Sudan HANA or S4 HANA, from ABAP perspective, if you're going to write a code, please try to write in the AMDP, because you want to avoid loop and read and loop or some ABAP layer functionalities that can be possible in AMDP. And the performance wise, that is really good. You're going to write most relevant database functions, and you'll be going to run in your HANA database server, so it's very faster. So try to write, even if it is a simple one, try to write in the AMDP concept. Okay, so let me take you into the system, and I'm going to create a simple AMDP class and methods, and I'm going to call from an ABAP program. That is the today's agenda of procedures. One second, let me close this. Okay, then yeah. Okay, this is my system. So as I mentioned the last video, not in this, the other auditor service video. So I have changed my rental provider. So everything is new over here, like advanced ones, so all S4 HANA, and even my initial screens. The GUI also is just changed. I believe it's 7.5 or 7.6. So it's a new experience for you. So now this is my HANA Studio. I'm going to create a class, and I have my own package over here, and I'm going to create my own class first. So right click, new ABAP class, or you can say right click in a package to go to create ABAP class as well. Okay, maybe the first time if you do like this, new ABAP class. Okay, so CGI, simple procedure. Okay, simple sales procedure. So next, finish, because it's coming under a package, so it's asking a TR. Otherwise, you can create in a local object as well. So the class should be public, and it's not final or create public, so you can just remove it. And I need to add the basic interface for AMDP. So if AMDP marker HANA database, so interface to be added. Okay, so give a minute. I need to increase the font size. Okay, let me increase it. It should be. So here there is an option to increase the font. So go here, right click, go to preferences, and general, appearance, colors and fonts, and here you have a lot of folders. Go to the basic folder. So about basic CDS, go to basic and come to the last option called text font and click edit, and I'll go with 18. Just click OK, apply. It's getting changed. Then apply and close here. So just this is a way to just change the, increase the font. Here I think there's a mistake. Let me change it, AMDP marker. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create two methods for the procedure. One is static, another one is instance method. Okay, so class method, this would be get sales details, and here I'm going to use importing parameter. I'm going to receive the order type from AUART from the user who is going to call this particular method. And as I mentioned, this should be a value, it should be a call by value option, and IM underscore AUART, and the type is important here, so AUART, you have to declare it. And the same way I'm going to return back the set of sales order informations back to the user. So here again value, I'm going to give any names you can give, it's up to your naming convention. Sales details and type. So here the type should be table type. So the table type can be generated using S11. You know how to create a table type, or you can create a table type over here also. Both are possible. So I'm going to do it here itself. So begin of type sales. So mine is not going to be lengthy structure. It's going to be very simple because I want to convey the way how it works. Okay, so the same way you can use it for your own. One second. Yeah, use it for your own business requirement. Okay, so I don't want to concentrate on the basic thing which you already aware of it. So then end of type sales. Okay, now I'm going to create a table type here itself, dt underscore sales, sales details, type, and your structure. So the preference is you can create it in your SE11, because sometimes we need to use the same table type even in your class and even in your ABAP program as well sometimes. So if that is the case, you don't have to declare in locally in your ABAP program as well as in your AMDP procedure. Instead of create a global table type in SE11 and use it in both the places. Okay. So here get sales is done. This is not implemented. That is the issue. That's fine. Now I'm going to create an instance method. So method get material in the same class. Okay. So there is no importing. I'm going to just export it. Export value ex material details type. So here also I'm going to use the table type which we are going to create in this class itself, means locally. Okay, so value of export material details. So here one more types begin of type material matnr type matnr and mtrt type mtrt type. So then close your structure and introduce one more table type for your material. Okay, done. So methods are done. So the implementation is missing actually. That's what is a red color over there. Now I'm going to implement my methods, both the methods. Okay. So the first one is method get sales details. Same like table function, you need to give the additional options, and here the only difference you can see between function procedure is the key field. By database function is reflect to a table function, and by database procedure is for the AMDP procedures. Okay, for procedure, and for HANA language, HANA database language, and you have SQL script and options. I'm going to use only read only for this, and finally I'm going to use what are the tables you're going to use it. So here I'm going to use only VBAK. So this is my static method implementation, and the implementation should not be empty. That's why the error it is. Let it be. I'm going to implement little later. I'm going to have the implementation for my another method as well. Almost same SQL script options read only, and finally so control space bar, you will get all the options over here. So I'm going to use a single table Mara and close my method as well. Okay. So now I need to write some code. So as same like table function in the following videos, I'm going to include all other little complex scenarios as well. But here it's a very simple one. So I'm going to use one select statement to fill my return parameter. So my return parameter is ex sales details. So ex sales details equal to select vbln auert from from vbak semicolon from select vbln comma auert from vbak. Okay, okay, it's a spelling mistake. In the same way, I'm going to implement my another method. This is sales details ex mat details mat etls equal to select matnr mtert from ara dot. So here I'm going to use the import parameter. So where auart is equal to, you know the format, same like table function, colon and your parameter, import parameter. So that's it. Almost done. Let's see if there is any error. If not, we'll activate and call this in any of your ABAP program. Okay, there is an error procedure, which means that ex sales details, what is that, cannot have a structure type. So what I did, okay, I'm sorry, type tables of, sorry, type table of, I created a just a header, not the table type. Yeah, so now it's fine. Okay, so type table of, because I had to create the table type, so for the structure. So it's now it's good, and anything else all fine. So let me act toward it. Okay, just activate. So activation is successful. Now I'm going to call this in one of my program, call this particular class and method in one of the program. So for that I need to go to my GUI. Yeah, probably this is my GUI. As I mentioned, I'm getting different render provider, so the versions also a little different, so it will be very easy for you. I'm going to create call AMDP procedure executable program. I'm saying in the local object. Okay, so now let me increase it. Code compilation. Sorry, here it is. Fonts and color. Let's go 18. Save it. Yeah. So first I need a object, because I have an instance method as well. Only static it's fine, but I have instance method as well. So let me create an object for procedure call. So hopefully you aware of it, how to create an object and a new way of syntax in ABAP. So new inline declaration zi, and what is the class name, am, okay, so it's zi simple procedures. Better I copy this over here. Okay, so this class doesn't have any constructor, so I don't want to pass any variable for the constructor one, so just empty brackets are fine. Now I'm going to call my method, AMDP class method over here. So here my class name is this, and press F4, it will display the methods which we created in HANA Studio for AMDP class. Once you activate it, it will be available in AC24. So first I'm going to call the static method. So static method I'm going to call using the class name. So here AUIRT is in this particular system. There is a order type called ATA. I'm sending that, and through inline declaration I'm going to declare to receive the data, so internal table. Okay, And the same way I'm going to call my instance method. So here instance is, what is the instance name? Obj underscore procedure call. Okay, and my instance method is a material, z get material, and this will just display or just return the values, no input parameter. Here I'm going to say data it material. That's it. And okay, let me have a breakpoint just to see the content of your internal table. Act toward it. Okay, and execute. Because of the GUI, you'll see some difference in the icon. This is check, this is activate, and this is for your execution. But shortcut is same: F2, Control F2, F3, and F8. So there's no difference in the output. So whatever is getting from the database, it shows here. So material, I have only two fields, and material type, and sales details. Based on my input, it takes the sales order whose order type is TA. Okay. So this is a way to just create a simple AMDP procedures and start working on it. I will send more videos about AMDP. So how to send um, like a range of inputs to the AMDP class and methods, and how to use the select options. So everything I'll cover in the following videos. So if you have any doubts, please let me know. Hope it will be helpful for your learnings. So thank you so much. See you in the next video.